I'm going to cover the basic setup of the Altivar 61 drive for your motor parameters and input through a 4 to 20 or 0 to 10 volt input, either from a temperature sensor or pressure transducer. First screen you saw is the drive menu. You will enter into the access level. Set your access level to expert, and you'll see that the check mark is beside the expert level. Escape back out. Go into drive menu by rotating the dial, pressing the enter button. Simply start will allow you to enter your motor parameters for your drive. To enter into this menu, press the button. As you scroll through, you'll see your basic parameters for your controls. Configuration for pumps and fans already pre-configured for the drive. We will scroll through to our motor parameters. Here's where you'll set your horsepower. Enter in to adjust. Simply rotate the dial. You can move the cursor by the arrows to set up your horsepower. Enter in that information. Scroll down. Verify your voltage for your motor. If it's not correct, you can change that by simply going into that parameter and adjusting. Motor current, you will pull this data from the nameplate of the motor, set this to the full load current of the motor. To adjust, simply go into that parameter, move the dial accordingly. Motor frequency, most of our motors are 60 Hertz, shouldn't have to change that. Motor rated speed, possibly have to change your RPMs to the motor data. Max frequency that the motor will ramp up to. We won't worry about auto tuning. Here's where you can adjust your rotation of your motor with the drive. I would correct the motor at the motor output terminals of the drive. I would not change this parameter. Motor thermal current. Acceleration time. This is adjustable, how quick you want the motor to ramp up. Deceleration, same. To enter into the parameter, simply press the button, adjust your time that you want it to ramp up. Low speed that the motor will drop to during the minimal need. High speed will be your high end of your motor. These are in Hertz. Once you have all your parameters, you'll escape back out. We will go to the setup for temperature input 4 to 20 or 0 to 10. For this one, we're going to be setting up a 4 to 20 milliamp current for a thermistor or a temperature transducer input. I'm going to scroll down to the application function, enter. I'm going to scroll down to the PID regulator. You'll go into this parameter. You will set this for your analog input number 2. This is adjustable. You'll see that it's already set for analog 2. If not, you will adjust to that parameter. Enter it. This is the range of your temperature sensor. For this programming, I have a 0 to 200 degree Fahrenheit sensor. The minimum is 0. The maximum is 200. I will set both of these parameters to whatever transmitter I have. Minimum PID reference scale, these will be set to the 0 and 200. Maximum PID reference. Internal PID reference is set to yes. Internal PID reference is your temperature that you want to maintain for the drive. So I'm going to be in between 0 and 200. I'm setting this for 90 degrees, fully adjustable. This is where you can make your change for your temperature. I'll enter that information. I'm not changing the PID gain. I'm leaving what the drive came with. Settings, these should be okay. PID ramp time is in seconds. So how quick you want it to respond, this can be changed. You'll see the minimum 0, the maximum is 99, adjustable in between those two. PID correct reverse is set to yes. This is where you have either a negative temperature coefficient transducer or a positive temperature. This happens to be a positive temperature coefficient resistor. I'm setting that to yes. This is where you could change it. Minimum PID output, when it's at its low end, it will fall off to 20 Hertz. When it's at its upper end, it will be at 60 Hertz. So this is your basic speed control in between 20 and 60 Hertz for the temperature transmitter range. I do not have anything set for these alarms. This is all factory settings. I did not change any of these. You can see all the factory settings here. I've just left it just like it is. So the main parameters were your analog input, your range of your transducer, and your set point. So once these parameters are set, I will wire the drive for a temperature transmitter input.